Okay, here we go. Another Monday. Oh man, what a weekend. So, I would assume anybody that watches this would have some idea of what has happened with Tesla over the weekend. Elon apparently got into it with quite a few people over the Bitcoin situation. Them deciding to stop taking it as a payment for their cars and citing environmental concerns. Now, there's been a lot of back and forth about this. I kind of think they maybe jumped the gun too quickly with that announcement. Maybe should have researched stuff a little more, found out what was actually going on, and then made a decision on it. I've heard different stories, some that reference that coal mine or that coal plant coming back online to operate a mining facility, and then other stories saying that they are going to be using mostly green energy, renewables, and not running a coal powered plant. So I don't know, I think more facts need to come out about this before everybody gets too worked up over it, but it caused a huge crash in Bitcoin over the weekend, which I kind of think will turn out to be a good thing in the long term. Like right now, it has been running up pretty strongly for the last several months now, and I don't know, I kind of look at all trading as kind of like climbing a mountain or going up a hill. Like, you get going, you're chugging along, moving up it, then you start getting tired and you need to take a break. So maybe slow down, walk a little bit instead of running. Maybe you walk downhill a little bit, a little easier to do, catch your breath, get situated, and then start pushing up and go higher. So to me, that's how I look at it whenever there is a pullback. Like, it's just, okay, things have moved up really fast, we need to take a break, catch our breath, relax a little bit, and then we can start running up again. So there's a lot of people expecting Bitcoin to get near or over 100,000 by the end of the year, which would be, awesome. But we're not even halfway through this year, so lots can happen. But I do think in the overall, long-term outlook, it's good that we're having a real solid pullback. Lets other people that thought they missed out on the last run-up able to get in, and I think long-term we're going to be okay on the Bitcoin side of things. So I was really expecting more of a sell-off. I moved my my order at 560. I moved that down to 545, just in case, if I can obviously get shares at a little cheaper price, I'm going to go for that. That's either going to turn out to be a good decision or a really bad one. We'll find out if we ever break, like on Thursday or Friday, I think we came down and tapped. Yeah, Thursday we got at 559.65. I don't know how many shares were traded right then, but we're still holding over 560. We got fairly close today. Low for today, 561.20. So yeah, but now we're back up $10 over that at 571. So decisions. Right now, what I'm really wanting to see is if we can hold this, keeping this 560 to 570 range, and we kind of stabilize without these more drastic falls or even more drastic run-ups over the next 2 days. I think that will give me a little more confidence to get back in and start making the trades that I like to make. So looking over at the option chain, I have been kind of watching the further out of the money plays. So this one down at 550, which right now is 68% probability out of the money. So you've got a 68% chance to win that trade. But right now it's only going for $1.20. When we fell down, got closer to 560, I had an alert at a $1.50 or $1.40, $1.45, somewhere around there, and that actually got triggered. So I don't know. It's a very fine line to play the option selling game. You obviously want to be far enough out of the money that you're not going to get assigned and obviously have a losing trade. But you have to be close enough to the money to make it worthwhile to do the trade. So you got to balance those two things properly. Like when I was taking more risk, I would always try to get 220 to 250, but that would put me usually within $5 to $10. Like if we change this up to the 570 sell, buy 565, that's going for 210 right now, and that's only $1.30 above the price right now. So getting 250, it's tough. You got to pretty much wait for it to come down into the money and be in a position that you're losing, but confident enough that by the end of the week it's going to reverse and be above the strike price that you sold. So the more I get this account built up, the less I'm willing to risk losing just for the sake of getting a few $100s more. So at this point I'd rather take like this trade at 560. It's right at a 60% chance of winning, and you get 160 for each contract right now. So that's much better odds. The odds would be much more in my favor. And let me do my little lean. Like if that came up and hit $1.80, I'd be interested in that. I'd really be more interested in it on Wednesday, but it might only be worth $1.30, $1.40 by Wednesday. So you're always balancing the time and the premium and the likelihood of getting assigned and losing. So lots of things that you have to keep a somewhat active eye on, and during my work week I don't usually have time for it. So it's all about watching what happens on Monday, how things set up. Do they look similar to anything that's happened before? Like, do we have a hard sell-off on Monday and then we rally through the rest of the week and close pretty strong on Friday? Those are things you got to take into consideration. Like, it's looking like there is quite a bit coming in here at the end of the day and helping to push us back up. So obviously my little blue line there, that's the 200-day exponential moving average. If we can get there, or the volume weighted average price, which we're just a hair below, if technicals hold true, we're going to get right up here, tap that and drop down, or we're going to push through that and jump up, come back down and test that again, and if we keep holding moving up, then we're above and kind of into a reversal type trend. Or we're going to get slapped down right here and stay below the volume weighted average price, which is technically a bearish movement. Something's going crazy. Oh, slow phone alerts. Nope. We're trying to push past it. So Other pretty interesting news. Looks like some pictures were released or leaked. You can never tell with Tesla stuff. Do they let these images out knowing that it's going to go through the whole Tesla online community and stir up a bunch of buzz? Or are they actual leaks? That's a tough one to figure out. Better move myself back over here just in case. But, you know, the Berlin factory, it appears, has done some of their test castings, and from the images that were released, it looks like the front section of the Model Y has been completely cast, which is pretty cool. I don't even think they have done that in the Fremont factory yet, but that's pretty cool. And it appears the press that is installed in Austin has already been doing some test stamping or castings as well. So that's going pretty good. And man, I really need to catch up on all of the drone videos of the Austin factory. I kind of just skim through them every now and then and kind of get an overall view of how the progress is going. They are really moving along. Like, walls are going up, floors, the roofs. It is cool. They've moved over, done a whole bunch of work on the other side of the highway, it looks like. They're getting some of the area, what would that be, north, south? I guess to the west or east. I flip-flopped around in my head here, but they're clearing more land out, like where the main building is. They're clearing out to the sides of it a lot, and even on the opposite side of the river. Like, not opposite side of the river, but the side of the building that the river's at, the opposite side of the building where like the concrete factory was, looks like they have been, or not factory, but the little batch plant where they've been mixing the concrete and putting it in the trucks. There's new work going on over there, and it's looking like it's getting close to a completed stage. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that's starting to shape up down there. So I'm pretty confident in my initial assessment that towards the end of the summer, like right about the year mark from when they started this, like end of July into August, September, I think at least enough of the building is going to be done that they'll be able to start producing the Model Y out of there for sure by the end of the year. Like, they're really on track. And I'd really like to see at least a couple Cybertrucks built by the end of the year. And that was the other fun thing. A lot of these Bitcoin people are posting up pictures saying that they're, cancel my Cybertruck order. And I'm like, man, that's awesome. There's way too many Cybertruck orders right now. Like, it's going to take years to fill all the orders. So if they were early orders, that's just moving people like me further up in line. So I'm really hoping by this time next year I will have Cybertruck or be very close to it, because we're in May. I'm figuring March would be like very early. I highly doubt that would happen, but if more things go right than wrong, maybe March, but more than likely we're going to be into the summer, like June, July, August kind of time frame. I just really hope my janky old truck makes it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. He's gone on another epic bit of a tear. So, I wish he would have taken it a little slower. Like, I've heard conflicting stories about the whole Bitcoin mining facility. That, one story says that they are going to be reactivating a coal-powered plant to provide the electricity for it. And another story says that they're doing it with mostly renewable energies and buying carbon credits to offset any emissions that do occur because of it. So, I think more facts need to come out about it before people get too awful worked up. And looking at this, there may be a lot of those initial people realizing that, maybe we didn't need to sell off all of our Tesla, because we are up pretty good from the lows of the day. We almost got down to 560, but we're $15 over the low of the day right now. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting start of the week. So I think Tuesday and Wednesday will be more telling. Like, let some more of the high tempers kind of chill out and let people relax a little bit. Realize that if one person can affect that much, maybe other things need to be considered. So I don't know. I think overall Elon has good intentions with everything, but he's kind of similar to Trump in that the way he goes about doing some things, and especially the way he says certain things, ends up being more detrimental to his overall cause than he realizes, just because the way he presents things. So hey, it'll keep the weekends interesting. So I don't even want to look at my my account. Like, I'm sure it's very trashed right now. But like I was saying earlier, we've been going up in cryptos like pretty strong for a few months now. Like, we are past due for a good pullback. Kind of let things settle, let everybody catch their breath. I think in the long term, this may be the catalyst that sets in another good base, and then we push up. I mean, next thing you know, Bitcoin's going to be at 100K. So, it's either, this is going to be either the catalyst that initializes that run, or it's just going to be something that delays it. Exactly. The smart people that are having a longer outlook, you're just using this as an opportunity to put a little more money into it, and it's gonna it's gonna defy Elon and run up really well. So, man, snap! I just knocked my mouse off my desk. Where are we at? There we go. So we got 7 seconds left. Man, we are looking like on a whole over 575 for the day. Wow. What are they going to give us? 576.83 for the close. Huh. Much better than I was expecting. So if we can hold over 570 tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be looking more confidently at that 560, 555, like this trade right here, which is, earlier when I was looking at it, was $1.60. Right now it's already dropped down to $1.30. So definite possibilities of some good opportunities presenting itself later this week. Man, that was a roller coaster bit of a day. So if you're an intelligent investor and you have the funds available right now, it would be good in the long-term view to start buying into everything that's getting knocked down right now because of all the drama this weekend. Tesla shares, Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's a good time to be a buyer. So just depends on your overall your time frame. If you're needing something quickly, not the best time to buy. I think there will still be some more drops coming, but I think over the next the rest of this week, things should stabilize pretty well and start reversing most likely by next week. Yeah, I figure give this till the end of the month and it'll be just another stupid thing that Elon said. So lots will be going on here. Definitely watch for this 570 level to hold, and if we drop below that, this 560, that one has really been a good strong support now for the last week and a half that we've been in this downward movement. So we keep coming back down, getting close to 560, and then we're running right back up to 600, and then we got to hold 570 and then jump up and get back over 600. And I think once we get to 600 and hold that, then we're pretty confident we're going to be on the move, heading back up, and this little downturn, a couple of weeks, will be over. So this happens all the time on Tesla though. It goes down, and once it kind of starts going down, it's a pretty dramatic drop for, usually at least 2 weeks. So sometimes it's 3 or 4 weeks, but over the last year and a half, it's always going to find support and start moving around. Well, can't say always. Some things happen that are just the new normal, but I think there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff coming out soon, and that'll make people forget what happened over the weekend, except for some really butthurt, sore individuals. So keep an eye on it, and we'll be back here next week to see what we look at. We're either going to be right back here at the exact same price level, or we may be up over 600, or fighting that 550 to 560 range. Too many variables in play right now to make a good, accurate judgment. So, well, I just found out that we are expecting some decent storms coming this evening, so we got a chance of an inch worth of rain. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get some Bermuda grass seeds planted down in a couple of bare spots that I've got in my yard, and hopefully I can get those filled in this year. And I have 2 yards just about rebuilt from near bare dirt 6-7 years ago to some of the best lawns in like this whole section of town. So put a lot of work into it. There's still a few more steps that need to happen, but got to do it little by little and year by year. So gonna get started on that now. Thank y'all for hanging out. Good to see you, Jeremy, and I'm gonna try to get time here and make it over to some of y'all's streams this week. It was good to pop in and see y'all on Friday when I was heading home. So hope everybody had a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of this week, and we'll see you next Monday. Thank you. Bye.